Wake up. Wakey wakey, sleepyhead. There we are. You finally came around. Do you remember what happened? You must have bumped your head pretty hard then. Oh, you poor thing. Don't worry, though. You're safe now. You're still pretty far from shore, but you're also in a shallow reef. This is my house. My little octopus's garden. Ah, you've noticed. My lower half is all tentacles. 8 of them, to be exact. You probably don't see or hear much about aquatic demi-humans, aside from the occasional mermaid's tail. You don't look like the seafaring type. The ship you were on unfortunately capsized. I believe I saw some in a rowboat. Others got whisked off by merfolk and other ocean dwellers in the area, and you... well, you're here with me. I'm an octopus demi-human, and this is my cozy little home, built into the rocks by yours truly. I'm quite proud of where the openings in the rock let the sun shine through, where I put some glass. Reminds you of the head of a diving suit, almost. Wouldn't you agree? The rocks peek out above the waves. Those stairs lead up to it. That's where I relax in the sun from time to time. It's kind of like a natural terrace, and it's perfectly concealed from an outside perspective. But I think, with the fire I made up there, someone might see it and come rescue you. In the meantime, you can rest here with me and recuperate. As I need to finish treating some of your wounds. Now, lie back down, and let me change those bandages. I have some sterile water here, and a cloth to wipe you clean. Then I'll apply some salve to the wound and patch it up again. You know, I have a certain fondness and admiration for humans that choose the fare of the seas. They can be quite dangerous, both above and below the waves. You're very lucky that I found you. Where are you headed to, anyhow? An adventurers guild? You mean the one in that big city I've heard about? Oh wow, that sounds amazing. I met a powerful mage from there once. He was really nice. And pretty cute too, but if you meet him, don't tell him I said that. His ego seems big enough already. I digress though. Here, let me apply this to those injuries. It's the salve I mentioned. It doesn't take much. I'll try and be as gentle as I can, so it doesn't hurt. It shouldn't sting either. A little here. And a dab there. And some right here. There we are. It should have a pain-numbing effect to it, so those injuries don't ache too much. It's nothing grievous, though. They should all heal up without any scarring. Let's wrap you back up, shall we? There we are. Isn't that better already? As I said, I started a fire, so we can smoke signal for help. If it doesn't come within a few days, I'll try and personally get you to shore. I'll find you a boat and bring you to a nearby port town. Your only priority right now, though, should be to rest up and heal. I'll take care of you, I promise. You're safe here. We can talk about some of your adventures to pass the time. I don't leave this reef all too much, so I love hearing from travelers about different fantastical lands I could only dream of visiting. If only I had legs. My friends down here tell me about items and tinctures that can give you legs for an amount of time, if not indefinitely. Although I'm not sure I could ever get my hands on something like that, let alone afford it. If I could, though, the places I'd see, people I'd meet. Maybe I should have asked that kind mage for something like that, but it just never crossed my mind. What's that? You'd actually do that for me? You mean you'd really help me walk on land? But you just met me. I mean, yeah, you're right. I guess I did save your life. It just surprised me is all. But how will you find me again? Oh, I forgot. Hold on just a minute. I have something that could help. Here we are. These 2 rings are made of a soft yet near indestructible string. Someone gave them to me once. It'll fit your finger of choice, or even a necklace. They're red to symbolize fate, and they'll always lead you back to the person with the other ring. With this, you can bring whatever you find to me, or just visit if you feel like it. I don't mind company. Here you are. Now, let's talk about some of your adventures. I know your current one got a bit derailed, but you look well traveled. It sounds like you've been at it for quite some time then. I've only heard of some of those places. I don't even know what they're like. Maybe that'll change someday. Might even become an adventurer myself. Only time will tell. But it's time to tell me some more stories. I know there's more to your adventures. Tell me about the one you're on now. You said that you were headed for an adventurers guild in that big city, but are you turning in a quest? Looking for one? Do you have a goal? A dream? Sorry, I'm asking too many questions at once. Just take your time. You're supposed to be resting anyhow. Wow, those are some lofty goals. But something about you, it just makes me think you'll be able to pull it off. You've got a radiant kindness and strong morals. Heck, you're even going out of your way for me. Again, I know I sort of did the same for you. But I still think kindness is in your nature. That tends to get you pretty far in this world, if you take the right paths. I do some divining in my free time. Oftentimes those with grand goals are drawn together, whether by circumstance, luck, or maybe fate. Some have a much better understanding of how that sort of thing works than I do, but I believe that fate has some part in all of it. Or maybe all of it's subject to fate, all laid out beforehand. If you ask me, though, I believe nothing is set in stone, and that we shape our own destinies, with some guidance and prior planning from the gods. Some of us mortals are actually favorites, or even emissaries of some gods. Maybe you're one of those lucky few. That'd explain how you're still in one piece after all your adventures so far. Some aren't as lucky. I've seen a blue million shipwrecks in my lifetime. Thankfully you survived one. Let's hope that you didn't have anything terribly important left on the ship. Odds are some of the salvagers around here got to it first. There's great money and treasure in sacking sunken ships. It sounds slimy, but it makes up a good portion of land goods that find their way into our economy. A lot of goods don't quite survive the sinking, though, like paper goods or fragile objects. Well, unless you luck out and find a room with an air pocket in it, not yet touched by the sea. Those sort of items fetch for a whole lot around here. If you ever want to get some items that you don't usually find on land, or just something with a different value down here, stuff like parchment and delicate items will let you bargain for a good deal of things in these reef communities. Seriously, a few sacks of paper can get you pearls for days. Don't tell anyone I told you that, though. It's a bit of a trade secret, and it keeps both economies afloat. Speaking of afloat, I believe I hear a ship's bell ringing in the distance. I think they saw our signal. It seems like you'll be just fine, and hopefully not too off schedule with your journey. I'll help you up and get you to where they can pick you up. Your legs aren't too worse for wear, so you should be able to walk. I'll give you some of that salve. You can either keep it or let the ship's doctor apply some more when they change your bandages. Just tell them I insisted on it. I know for certain that the only thing that rivals this sort of medicine is the stuff you find in Elven country. Then again, they're often really pompous about it, and it's hard to get your hands on, unless you personally know an elf versed in medicines. Now, upsy daisy. Well, this is goodbye for now. I pray for your travels to be safer this time. May the ocean gods be with you. Farewell.